energy he coming with. He can't do all them shenanigans and all that he be doing with other people. He can't do that with me.
But I'm just saying, Key, listen.
All of it is in Gervonta Davis. People say that his punches can break glass with ease because he's so fast and strong. His fights are big events because he is one of the biggest stars in boxing. Everyone wants to fight him, but not everyone gets the chance. Tank doesn't just fight people who tell him to.
I mean, you caught Tank's radar right there. I mean, you feel...
He said I'm not worth mentioning, but can Frank Martin sell 10,000 tickets? Can Lamont Rhodes sell 10,000 tickets?
His road is carefully planned, and so are his opponents. He's also busy defending his lightweight title, but all of this fame and attention doesn't come for free. As he rises, more challengers appear. At the moment, Keyshawn Davis, a young, eager fighter who has gone too far to include Tank's family, is the most vocal of them. When he talked to Cigar Talk not long ago, Keyshawn made it clear he wants Tank and is ready to fight for him. He thinks that Tank and his team are trying to avoid him by saying they are afraid of what he brings to the ring. Keyshawn's confident he can take the challenge, and he's not holding back on the trash talk. He says Tank can't do all the shenanigans and all that stuff he is doing with other people, and he's ready to match Tank's energy, blow for blow.
I'm gonna be just as popular fighting you or not fighting you. I'm gonna make my money fighting you or not fighting you. So don't get it twisted like I'm chasing after you. I'm not chasing you. Little dude, little dwarf, oopa loopa, little light skin.
Tank's team even told the 25-year-old fighter not to call Tank out for the rest of the year, but Keyshawn won't listen. He's staying in the lightweight division and won't move up and weight, and he says he won't stop calling Tank's name until they fight in person.
Not Tank short it out. Tank is a great fighter. Hats off to Tank. I'm not even about to just do all that. Like, Tank is a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows that he got the power, he got the skill and ability, he's patient, you know what I'm saying? But I know who I am. That little short can't touch me.
Keyshawn even as far as saying that the reason Tank is avoiding fights is because he wants to stay at the top, which is driven by his family background. Saying, if you come from a low family and taste a bit of success, you'll try everything to protect it. That's why he's afraid to take on these fights. Tank isn't one to stay silent, especially when someone's trying to take shots at his image. In a now deleted social media post, he hit back with a string of insults, calling Keyshawn a little nobody and not even worth mentioning for Tank. This isn't just a fight request. It feels like an invasion of his space, a young fighter stepping out of line and trying to get popular off his name.
You're in a great division. When you talk about the lightweight division at 135, I mean, you got Shakur, you know, your homie, you got Gervonta, you got Isak Cruz, Devin Haney, and I read where you said, I'm ready for a world title shot now. Do you believe that, though, that Keyshawn Davis is ready to step into the ring with one of those guys and fight for a world title?
Truth be told, Brian, I literally just got off the phone. I just hung up the phone with Shakur, saying I gotta do an interview with you, and I'm like, cool, what you think? Like, because I'm a person that really believes in.
But Tank didn't stop there. In another post, he took things further, calling Keyshawn and his brother's names and dare him to do something about it. The bad talk was heavy, and the tension between these two fighters started heating up like never before for Tank. Keyshawn is a fighter who hasn't yet paid his dues. Keyshawn Tank is the guy who's holding the crown, and he's ready to snatch it. Keyshawn didn't take Tank's words lightly. Reacting on social media, he threw more fuel onto the fire.
Keyshawn Davis said he want to fight Gervonta Tank Davis after his fight with Gustavo Lemus. More pump faking from these dudes when it come to Tank. Bro, why all these dudes be pump faking like this, bro? It's so annoying, bro. It's so damn annoying. Keyshawn, why ain't you been talking like this for the past 2-3 months?
He called Tank an Oompa Loompa, and he's been daring Tank to send over a contract. His words were bold and straightforward, showing he's not intimidated by Tank's image or past opponents. He even hinted that Tank might quit before their fight ever happens, doubting if the champ has the courage to face him.
Top guy, if I could choose, I would choose Tank Davis.
I just got goosebumps, bro, during that call out. That's a great fight.
That shit ain't nothing.
How did you see that fight going?
I would knock Tank short ass out.
Damn.
Like, Tank, you know, Tank is a great.
In one post, Keyshawn said, "Let me get up for 5 rounds straight on you and watch what I do." This isn't just talk for him. He genuinely thinks he is what it takes to go up against Tank and win. Keshawn sees himself as a rising star and making someone who's ready to take on the best in the sport and walk away with the title. Keyshawn has a fight coming up with Gustavo Daniel Lemus, a tough opponent who's ranked in the top 10 by several boxing organizations. But Keyshawn isn't just focused on this fight, he's looking way beyond it. He's already thinking about the world and dreams of becoming a world champ by next year for him. Lemus is just a stepping stone, another hurdle on the path to Tank.
Tank for sure got all the skill, all the ability in the world. Tank is one of the few fighters that I got real respect for, him and his coach. And
Tank, on the other hand, has a fight lined up in January with Lamont Roach Jr., a former super featherweight champion. But with all the hype around his feud with Keyshawn, fans are starting to wonder if he'll set his sights on the loudmouth challenger after this isn't just about two fighters in the ring. It's about ego pride and proving who's the better man. Both Tank and Keyshawn have something to show, and they're not afraid to use every word, every taunt, and every insult to build the tension. The question is, will they ever settle this in the ring?
Regardless of all this, your brothers are all going to be on the card, including Troy Isley. I mean, it's a stacked card.
Time out. Was he selling 10,000 tickets at 11-0? But I'm not worth mentioning. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
What makes this competition so intense is the clash in characters. Tank is the established star with a bad bow edge. He's got an image, and he's a known name in the sport. Keyshawn is the young, up-and-coming fighter, full of ambition and unafraid to speak his thoughts. They're two fighters with something to lose and everything to win. Keyshawn Davis is a young boxer on a mission. At just 25, he's making big waves in the fighting world, and he isn't shy about his goals. With an impressive 11-0 record, Davis is eager to go after the lightweight division's biggest names, including Tank and Lomachenko. But here's the thing, he's not waiting around for a big name to define him for. Keyshawn's greatness is about carving out his own path, and he thinks he has everything it takes to make it to the top on his own terms.
You've been doing a lot of talking lately, so hey, I go up to 140 and fight Teofimo. What's up? Get this win tonight. Teofimo, you already know how I'm coming. You and your father. So let's set it up. I'll come straight to 140.
When asked if he's ready to face winners like Tank or Lomachenko, Keyshawn switched the question. I think the question is, are they ready for me? He's confident, driven, and absolutely certain of his skills in his eyes. It's not about showing himself worthy of a fight with them. It's about whether they're ready to face the kind of challenge he brings to the ring. If they are, he's ready to sign on the dotted line. If they're willing to fight me, I'll sign out. They can send me a contract, and I'll sign it. Keyshawn doesn't just talk, he's ready to take action. He wants to show the world he's more than capable of going toe-to-toe with the biggest names in the sport, but he's also focused on his journey, not just on running after the stars already established for Keyshawn. It's clear he's here to make a name that stands out regardless of who he faces next.
Other southpaw on the other side of the street. This is an example for you, but I probably can do you a little earlier than that. You and Earl keep saying this, that, and third. I want to.
Keyshawn doesn't need a famous opponent to achieve his dreams. As he puts it, a belt is a belt. The businessman is going to turn out to be who he's going to be. I don't need a special name for me to become who I need to be. His goal is simple: become a world champion, then keep rising. He's not waiting for one particular opponent or hope for a specific matchup to define his legacy. This attitude is refreshing. He's not in it for fame alone. He's chasing something bigger, real greatness, something he thinks only he can bring to life. Keyshawn's vision isn't about one big fight. It's about building a career that'll be remembered, a journey that'll leave an effect long after he's done fighting. Before any dream fights with Tank or Lomachenko, Keyshawn has another challenge in his way. Gustavo Daniel Lemus, a tough Argentine fighter, is coming into the ring with something to show. In his last fight, he experienced his first career defeat against Richardson Hitchens, but he's not backing down. This fight will be Keyshawn's first professional appearance in his city of Norfolk, Virginia, which adds an extra layer of pressure and excitement. Keyshawn respects Lem's confidence and knows his opponent isn't coming to Norfolk just to lose. He's coming to my hometown to beat me, Keyshawn said, admitting that it takes guts to step into someone else's backyard. That just speaks to his confidence that he really thinks he can just beat me anywhere. But that doesn't shake Keyshawn's confidence one bit. He's going in with the same bold winning mindset that has carried him to success in every one of his fights. So far, as he puts it, the businessman is just going to handle business that night. Keyshawn's focus on greatness isn't just about winning one or two big fights. He's set on showing that he's the best 135-pounder out right now. That's a huge statement, especially in a division packed with ability. Every time he goes into the ring, Keyshawn views it as a chance to show he's on a different level. Each fight and each round is a stepping stone toward showing he's the real deal. In preparing for Lemus, Keyshawn isn't watching past tapes or dwelling on what his opponent has done before. He's taking every fight like a fresh challenge, expecting a new and better version of Lemus to show up for Keyshawn. This mindset keeps him sharp and focused on his own strengths rather than getting caught up in his opponent's past results. It's this kind of focus that sets him apart as a young boxer who's driven, disciplined, and laser-focused on winning.
When you spar Tank, what did you learn about yourself when that happened?
I learned that I can hang in there with the elite level.
Keyshawn Davis isn't just stepping into the ring for another fight. He's making a statement, and that statement is directed at some of the biggest names in the lightweight class. His upcoming fight against Guadalupe Daniel Lemus is personal for more reasons and just adding another win to his record. This time Davis wants to show Gervonta Tank Davis, Valery Lomachenko, and even his friend Shocker Steven that he's here to prove he can take on any of them and win. With a perfect record of 110, the 25-year-old Olympic silver winner has momentum on his side. In 2024 alone, he's already beaten Jose Pedraza, ITKO, in the 6th round and outboxed Miguel for a unanimous decision win. Each of these fights has been part of a planned climb in competition level, but now fighting in front of his hometown crowd in Norfolk, Virginia. Davis sees a chance to show everyone, including the top names in his division, that he's ready to throw down with the best. Davis hasn't been shy about his goals. He's constantly calling for big fights and making it clear that he's going for the division's elite. "I'm here to make great fights, and I'm showing it. I chose a tough fight for my homecoming," he said, noting how much he wants fans to respect his dedication to the sport. This isn't just talk. He wants each fight to be unique, a reason for fans to tune in and keep following his journey.
How does the fight between you and Frank Martin go?
I feel like I really fuck Frank Martin up.
Bro,
I feel like I fuck Frank Martin up.
do you see you
I
just
feel like
fought?
he's not on my level.
You see you just fought?
I feel like I got way more experience than this dude. I don't know what he. I don't know.
Who did you just fight?
I don't know what he think he's been doing out here, but y'all been knowing me. Y'all been knowing what I be doing out here. You know what I'm saying?
Look here.
Y'all been knowing me.
Hey, look, when it makes sense, when a motherfucker really want to fight, I'm not with all
When
that
I
talking.
really wanna fight?
Look, bro, I will fight you. What the fuck are you saying, bro?
I'm telling people get it right.
Bro, you tell
For Keyshawn, it's about building a legacy, and he knows that the eyes of fighters like Tank Lomachenko and Shocker are on him while he respects Top Rank for the chances they're giving him. Davis isn't relying on anyone else to pave his way. He's putting in the work and taking on tougher and tougher challenges to show he's on a level that should make the best in the division take notice as he sees it. He's not just the future face of Top Rank. He's here to be their main draw, and he's betting that the more he shines, the harder it'll be for Tank, Lomachenko, or Shocker to ignore him. Gustavo Daniel Lemus is no easy fight, and that's exactly why Davis wanted him. Lemus, who has a good record of 29-1 with 19, Keyshawn comes into this fight with a lot of confidence and power. The 28-year-old Argentine is no stranger to tough fights. His only loss against Richardson Hitchens in IBF Junior Welterweight title eliminator was close and left some fans thinking he earned the win. Davis knows he's going up against a fighter with real power and the ability to bring pressure, but he's welcoming the challenge as a way to prove he's ready for anyone in the division.
DM'd you about sparring. So what? No cap. Since when y'all take sparring into consideration of shit? So what? So what? What was his point of even doing that? Like, what was he trying to get with it? That I'm trying to ride his coattail? Like,
Gustavo is going to fight. Davis said, "If y'all haven't seen my last fight, go watch it because that's how Gustavo is going to fight, and y'all are going to enjoy it from round 1 to round 10. Keyshawn is promising a show, but more importantly, he's offering dominance. This isn't just about winning. It's about putting on a show that makes his message crystal clear to Tank and the others watching from afar. He's coming for the throne, and he's prepared to go through anyone to get there." Davis's future fight is more than just about adding another win to his record. It's about showing Tank Davis that he's ready for the big leagues. While he respects Tank's successes, Keyshawn wants to show that he has the skill, power, and mindset to take on a fighter like him. Tank is known for his stunning knockouts, his swagger, and his ability to pull off big moments in the ring, but Keyshawn is determined to show that he can be the one to put a stop to all of that. "Every time y'all see me fight, y'all are going to love to see me fight," he declared, confident that his success will back up his ambition. Davis isn't going to shy away from anyone. He's ready to go through any task that comes his way, and he's hoping Tank Lomachenko and Shocker are paying attention. They're not just his rivals, they're the benchmarks he's setting for himself, the fighters he's eager to surpass.
Shakur win. Like, I think Shakur got better skill, and of course he's just better defensively. Like, I'm always going with the better skill, the better defensive fighter. Tank's skill is phenomenal, but I just feel like he's offense first. I feel like he's offense first. Or
Davis knows that his journey to the top will demand more than raw ability. He's been working on becoming more aggressive, adding to his already impressive skill set. Fans who have watched him since his amateur days know that he's had some struggles with fighters who can land big shots. He's aware of it too, and he's using these fights to refine his skills, particularly in taking on strong, durable opponents like Lemus. So if you would like a little preview of what you're going to see on Friday, go back and watch my last fight. Keyshawn Davis against Miguel, he said, encouraging fans to see for themselves the growth and change he's been making.
So I think that's definitely a fight that needs to be made. Davis versus Davis, and both of us got that mentality. You understand what I'm saying? So I think, you know, if he up for the challenge, I'm up for it.
He's going into the ring as the businessman, ready to handle his opponent, but also ready to handle any criticism or challenge that comes his way. Each fight builds his confidence, and each fight brings him closer to the level he wants to reach. Keyshawn Davis went further and recently shared his thoughts on what it would take to beat the knockout artist from Baltimore, and he thinks he's the perfect underdog to do it in a conversation with Sean Zettel. Keyshawn opened up about why he thinks he's the right fighter to bring down Tank, one of the most feared punchers in the lightweight class. I do different with different opponents, literally no cap, he said, emphasizing that he can adjust his style to any fighter in the ring. Keyshawn thinks that this adaptability and intelligence make him a threat to Tank, who's known for his power and aggression. Khan's confidence isn't just based on belief alone. He's had some experience with Tank that adds to his self-assurance. I've been in the ring with him a couple of times, he said, hinting at the insider knowledge he's gotten about Tank's style. These meetings, whether in sparring or training, have given Keyshawn insights into what makes Tank tick. He knows what Tank brings to the table, and he feels prepared to counter it. I know what I can do. I know what God blessed me with. He kept showing that his confidence isn't just about bravado. It's about a deep sense of purpose and faith in his abilities.
10 seconds to go. It's right there, King.
Standing at 55, Tank has a reputation for overcoming any height disadvantage with his explosiveness and power, but Keyshawn sees this as a benefit for himself. Referring to Tank as a 55, he feels his own reach, IQ, and ring knowledge will give him the upper hand. I've been all around the world. I've seen it all, he said, drawing on his extensive knowledge from an impressive amateur career that led him to a silver medal at the Tokyo Olympics. Keyshawn knows that many see him as an underdog, but he's more than ready to accept that role. In fact, he thrives in it. It always turns out to be a great fight when people see you as the victim. The losers don't always come up short. I feel I'm the right underdog for him, he said. Keyshawn wants to take that label and turn it into fuel, showing the world in Tank that he's not here to back down. For Keyshawn, a fight with Tank Davis wouldn't just be another bout. It would be his chance to make history by being the first man to beat the undefeated star, confident in his own adaptability, IQ, and experience. Keyshawn Davis feels he's more than ready for the challenge and has what it takes to shake up the lightweight division by putting an end to Tank's reign. But do you think he stands a chance against Tank?